October is in full swing, and we're continuing to celebrate Opal Month together. In this video, I've prepared a brand new selection of breathtaking opal jewels that didn't make it into my previous videos. From exquisite opal tiaras with mysterious histories, to a dazzling pendant once owned by none other than Elizabeth Taylor herself, these pieces are as mesmerizing as they are rare. Get ready to dive into the fascinating world of opals, where every gemstone hides a story of its own. Let's begin this opalescent journey. Before we begin, please support my channel by clicking the like and subscribe buttons. Thank you. We'll begin our exploration with an extraordinary Victorian piece from the 1880s that epitomizes the luxury and craftsmanship of the era. Shaped like a shell, it shimmers with vibrant opals, each displaying an enchanting play of light. Rows of old mine-cut diamonds totaling approximately 12 carats sparkle between the glowing opals, creating a truly impressive contrast. This piece can be worn as a tiara with a detachable comb or transformed into an elegant necklace, highlighting its versatility. The next piece we'll explore is a breathtaking Belle Époque opal choker, created around 1900, which seems to embody pure magic. 4 rows of iridescent opals, totaling an astounding 80 carats, alternate with 3 rows of delicate flowers set with 232 rose-cut diamonds and adorned with pearls. The necklace is framed by rows of pearls, while the flowers are set in platinum, and the opals glow in 18-karat yellow gold. This piece is the perfect representation of the elegance and luxury that defined the early 20th century, ideal for a sophisticated lady of that time. Moving forward, this elegant late Victorian tiara, created around 1890, combines the luxury of diamonds with the mysterious play of opal light. 7 gold bars, gracefully diminishing in size from the center, are adorned with luminous opal cabochons, each paired with old-cut diamonds. This tiara can also be transformed into a striking necklace, making it even more versatile. It is beautifully presented in a luxurious case from Bentley & Skinner, the renowned jeweler by appointment to the British royal family. Next, we'll take a closer look at this charming Victorian floral brooch, created around 1860, from the collection of Bentley & Skinner. Sparkling diamonds form the outline of a flower, with 5 petals adorned with oval opals that display subtle shifts in color. A central old-cut diamond shines at the heart of the brooch, adding even more refinement. The brooch is crafted in gold and silver, and its delicate lines give it a sense of lightness and elegance. In the following photo, we see some stunning examples of 19th century jewelry art. The first tiara, crafted from turquoise and diamonds in a Russian style, evokes the shape of a kokoshnik. The second tiara, adorned with large opals and diamonds, exemplifies the fashion of the Restoration period. The third, a delicate composition of diamond flowers and leaves, dates back to the 1820s and is a magnificent example of the floral designs popular at the time. There is a theory that these pieces might have been associated with Empress Alexandra Fyodorovna, though I believe this attribution is mistaken. In the book Jewelry of the Time of Alexander I by A.E. Felkerzam, from which this image is taken, the photograph is captioned as "Property of S.P. de Nouveau," suggesting that the jewels belonged to someone else. The reference likely points to Princess Sofia Petrovna Durnovo. Sofia Petrovna Durnovo, née Volkonskaya, came from a noble and influential family closely connected to the imperial court. Her father was the master of the horse at the court of the future emperor Alexander III, granting Sophia access to high society and possibly to such luxurious jewels. Another photograph in the book features an opal set consisting of a necklace, 2 brooches, earrings, and a bracelet. All of them are adorned with oval opals surrounded by diamonds, emphasizing the beauty of the stones. Sets like this were highly popular among the aristocracy, especially in the late 19th century, when precious opals became widely used in jewelry design. The next piece we'll examine is a rare opal tiara. Once owned by the family of Jean-Pierre François-Joseph Pinton de Chambrun, Marquis de Chambrun, and Marquis d'Amfreville, which was sold at Drouet's in March 2023 for a significant sum. The de Chambron family is renowned for their lineage, tracing back to the legendary Marquis de Lafayette, the French aristocrat celebrated as the hero of two worlds for his role in both the American and French revolutions. Jean-Pierre, who was not only a descendant of Lafayette, but also a talented jewelry designer, may have designed this tiara himself. This mid-20th century piece features exceptionally rare Australian opals, gems celebrated for their stunning play of color, particularly the prized red and green hues. The opals are set in an exquisite 18-karat gold framework adorned with rubies and old mine-cut diamonds, adding even more sparkle and elegance to the piece. This tiara stands out not only for its rare materials, but also for its unique method of wear. It is meant to be worn as an Alice band across the middle of the head. Another magnificent opal tiara we'll look at is the Cartier opal tiara from the Devonshire collection, one of the most unique and impressive pieces of 20th century jewelry. This tiara was commissioned by the future Duchess of Devonshire, Mary, in 1937, shortly before the coronation of King George VI and Queen Elizabeth. The tiara, created by Cartier, boasts a striking Art Deco design adorned with large black opals and diamonds. It was incredibly versatile. It could be worn as a tiara, a necklace, or divided into separate elements that could be worn as brooches or even a stomacher. Despite its beauty, the opals were quite fragile, and the Duchess often worried that the stones might break while she wore it. This tiara was frequently worn by the Duchess during her role as the first Mistress of the Robes to Queen Elizabeth II, where she attended numerous gala events in the 1950s and 1960s. It was also often worn as a necklace and paired with other tiaras from the Devonshire collection. Additionally, the Duchess sometimes loaned the tiara to her daughter, Lady Elizabeth Cavendish, who served as a lady-in-waiting to Princess Margaret. Lady Elizabeth wore the tiara to banquets and ceremonies during world tours with Princess Margaret. Interestingly, in 2011, this tiara made a public appearance when Lady Louise Burrell wore it to the Royal Caledonian Ball. Moving on, another remarkable example of jewelry craftsmanship is this ring, which exemplifies the highest level of traditional jewelry art. The delicate filigree work seen in this piece requires years of practice to achieve such fine detail. At the center of the ring sits a unique royal blue opal, encased in a 14-karat gold setting. The next diadem we'll explore is an exquisite example of Art Nouveau jewelry, and its design unmistakably reflects the work of the famous Czech artist Alphonse Mucha. It is believed to have been created by Georges Fouquet or by Maison Weber, whose pieces often captured Mucha's aesthetic. The artist, inspired by Byzantine culture, frequently depicted female figures with fantastical headpieces, as seen in his series Byzantine Heads. This diadem features a female figure with an air of mystical grace. Her face is framed by flowing lines of hair, adorned with round elements set with opals covering her ears, and long gold pendants that evoke Byzantine motifs. The central opal on her forehead is surrounded by diamonds, adding a magical and mysterious touch to the piece. This incredible example of jewelry art was illustrated in the book Tadema Gallery London Jewellery from the 1860s to 1960s. Another antique opal and diamond brooch that we'll examine once belonged to the royal family of Savoy. Crafted in the late 19th century, this brooch is made of gold and silver and features an elegant composition of shimmering opals surrounded by old cut diamonds. In November 2013, this brooch was sold at Christie's auction. The next treasure is an impressive corsage ornament made of gold and silver, once part of the collection of Maria Cristina of Bourbon-Two Sicilies, widow of King Ferdinand VII and Queen Regent of Spain. The ornament features intertwining ribbons and leaves, with a large opal cabochon at its center, surrounded by a floral border of diamonds. The brooch is adorned with diamonds of various cuts: old mine, round, and rose cut. 4 diamond tassels gracefully dangle from the bottom of the brooch. This piece was also sold at a Sotheby's auction. We'll now explore an extraordinary comb tiara created by René Lalique between 1903 and 1904. which exemplifies the Art Nouveau style in all its glory. Lalique, known as one of the foremost masters of this style, distanced himself from the traditional use of precious stones and metals, instead choosing to work with more unusual materials. In this delicate tiara, the main elements are glass, enamel, and fiery opals. The tiara is designed in a floral motif with waves that create a sense of movement and lightness. The central fiery opals bring the piece to life with their energy and brightness, showcasing Lalique's mastery in blending materials and creating works of art that transcend traditional jewelry design. Next, we'll look at another exquisite opal tiara created by the jeweler Boucheron, which once belonged to Barbara Kelch, the wife of Russian nobleman Alexander Kelch. This tiara was highly adaptable. In addition to the opals, it had several versions, one entirely covered in diamonds with a floral motif, and another featuring gemstone drops. The opal version showcases the classic mastery of Art Nouveau design. Delicate scrollwork and diamonds surround each glowing opal, emphasizing their magical play of color. Barbara Kelch's story and her jewelry are closely intertwined with the fate of Russian nobility at the turn of the century. The Kelch family amassed its fortune in Siberian industry, particularly gold mining, but their wealth suffered during the Russo-Japanese War. Barbara moved to Paris, where she later sold part of her collection. This tiara likely shared the fate of her other jewels, finding its way into auctions and private collections in Paris. Our next stop is this elegant Victorian garland necklace, created around 1895, which embodies the grace and refinement of late 19th century jewelry. Adorned with 16 Australian opals, it perfectly reflects the new trend that emerged with the start of commercial opal mining in Australia in the 1890s. The opals shimmer with shades of blue and green, with flashes of yellow and red, adding vibrancy and color to the necklace. The design of the necklace is inspired by Rococo elements, which were popular at the time. The opal cabochons are surrounded by flowing foliate scrolls and connected by star motifs. What's particularly notable is that the pendant can be detached and worn separately as a brooch or on a simple chain, adding even more functionality and versatility to the piece. Another Victorian gem we'll explore is this stunning demi-parure, created in the 1890s, consisting of a brooch and earrings. The jewelry is inlaid with Australian white opals that display a mesmerizing play of color, with prominent red fire creating a lively and shimmering palette. Each piece is decorated with the technique of taille de parne, delicate black enamel tracery that adds sophistication and depth to the design. The oval opals are set in elegant gold settings, accented by small pearls placed above the stones. This set captures the spirit of the Victorian era, with its attention to detail and richness of materials. Finally, we'll explore another splendid Art Nouveau necklace, created around 1900, adorned with 45 carats of fine Australian fire opals, diamonds, and pearls. It is believed that this necklace once belonged to the legendary interior designer Elsie de Wolfe, who was known for her impeccable taste and connections with high society, including the Duke and Duchess of Windsor, as well as the Vanderbilt and Morgan families. Aside from her success as a designer, de Wolfe was herself a pillar of high society. After her marriage to British diplomat Sir Charles Mendel, she became better known as Lady Mendel. Though the exact provenance of the necklace cannot be confirmed, experts have praised its uniqueness and rarity. This piece was featured in an episode of the Kino Brothers show, where jewelry expert Peter Szymanski noted the exceptional quality of the opals and diamonds. The next treasure is an extraordinary Belle Époque necklace, created around 1910 by the jeweler Frédéric Boucheron. It is set with large black opals and diamonds, each encased in elegant platinum and gold settings. Black opals, known for their captivating play of light and rainbow hues, create a magical effect enhanced by the contrast with the diamonds that amplify their brilliance. Currently, this necklace is part of the Albion Art Jewelry Institute collection, owned by Mr. Kazumi Arakawa, who has spent over 30 years amassing one of the world's most significant private collections of historical jewelry. Despite being a lifelong resident of Japan, the majority of his collection consists of Western jewels. Another outstanding piece in Kazumi Arakawa's collection is this opal ring, created by the legendary René Lalique around 1900. We have already marveled at Lalique's work when we admired his tiara comb earlier. This ring is set with a glowing white opal and encased in a fine gold setting adorned with delicate enamel work. To finish, we'll revisit an extraordinary Edwardian black opal pendant, once owned by the legendary actress Elizabeth Taylor. This pendant features a mesmerizing black opal weighing 7.35 carats, surrounded by diamonds. The opal displays a vivid play of color with deep blues, greens, and fiery reds. Indeed, Elizabeth Taylor's jewelry collection was legendary. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this journey through the world of opals as much as I did. Each of these incredible jewels has its own unique story, and I would love to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comments which piece was your favorite, or if you have any personal connections to opals. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who loves jewelry as much as we do. Thank you.